Dear leaders, have you ever experienced this before where you recruit 10, 20 people into your team, you train them so well, some of them probably have results, but end up 8 or 9 of them left you.
Or more.
And you do it again and again and again, and it just repeats. Chances are you probably are making these 3 biggest mistakes that leaders make that will destroy the team. So join us today with Thomas Yap, who has a sales team of over 1,000 agents, and today he's gonna share with us the 3 biggest mistakes that he has learned throughout his leadership career with his sales team in India. So without further ado, Thomas, why not? I'm sure some of them probably know you already, but why not do a very quick introduction about yourself to everyone?
Okay, sure. Adrian, first of all, thanks for having me on. I really liked the last session, and I really want to share this because I wish people knew more about what I'm about to share about building teams. I built teams that didn't work. I built teams that work, but then I don't have time for myself, So I built teams that initially look very well, and then after that it crumbled, and a lot of heartbreaks in building teams. So I wish that if I share this, I help you to not make the same mistakes I do, and because making the mistakes is a lot of heartache, let's be honest, because you're dealing with human relationships, and it can scar you in your business and hold you back from your business as well. So I'm really excited to share this with you. A quick context, I'm in the network marketing business. I have a team around 1,200 plus agents at this moment. In India, okay, I built my team in India, and we're doing roughly around 5.5 to 6 million US dollars of sales per month. That's the sales team that I have. And it's the same concepts I want to share with you. And you don't have to have a huge team to use this concept. This concept anyone can use, but it's the foundation. Yeah, so I'm very excited to share this with you.
Right. That's so amazing to hear that from Thomas. By the way, for those of you, if this is the first time that you meet Thomas, can you comment hi Thomas in the comment section? Right.
Hey guys.
So let you feel the warm welcome. Yeah, as he said earlier, I really enjoyed the last session as well. If you guys missed the last session, you gotta go back. I think go like 3 or 4 days back to Monday's episode where we talk about cars. Like it's quite interesting how do you relate car with business and all. But today we're gonna be more focused into the leaders, right? Because yes, when we talk about entrepreneurship business, right, it is unavoidable that someone someday is gonna become a leader, right? But here's the thing: a lot of people can be a really great salesperson, can take care of themselves really well. But when it comes to managing people, a lot of people feel scared and they don't want to take up the challenge. Who among you here actually feel that way? If you feel that way, that you don't know if you can become a leader, comment 1 and let me know, comment 1. Thomas, I was once like that, Like when I first started this career, right? My leader, told me that one day I have to lead people. So I was telling him that why should I want to lead everyone else? I can just do my own sales. I make my own commission. Why do I need to care about anyone else? Right? Until I do lah. So throughout this journey, a bit, people left me, of course, right? And I learned why, and so today we want to talk about that so that you can learn from our mistake and our experience, so that you don't avoid that same experience. So if you think that today's live video might be able to help you or any of your friends, send this to them. Okay, copy this link, send it to your WhatsApp group, share it to your wall, send it to any group that you're in. Just start sharing it right now. Okay, so Thomas, you mentioned that like back then when you had a team and it kind of crumbled, right? When was it and what happened?
My first team I ever built was 2014 November. I started building the team, and I had 9 people.
Okay.
And I thought it was pretty baller lah. Wow, 9 people, making good money. I was making 30,000+, 35,000 ringgit. Bought my BMW. See about cars, right? Bought my first BMW.
Right.
But I think I was driving to Gerantut one day. I parked my car on the side of the road because I was so tired. I just wanted to sleep. Okay. But guess what I was doing? I have a team of 9 people, but all of them depend on me to make their sales. Okay. So that team didn't crumble at first because I was holding it up. I was trying to hold the house up, I think one pillar, one pillar, full-time pillar. Can you imagine trying to hold the whole house yourself? Anyone who've done this
Can
before?
you imagine that?
Yeah, yeah, 9 people
Like-
all around Malaysia. So I bought this very expensive car to drive around to help people make money. So I'm a slave to them. So yes, that's how my first team crumbled. I decided to let the team go and go build my team in India. Yeah, that was my first
I see.
experience.
So why do you think that incident happened where all of them become so dependent on you? Like, is there any particular, on hindsight, what do you think?
It's 3 things I'm about to share with you. This the same 3 things that I'm about to share with you. And you don't get the 3 things right. You don't get these 3 things right, you can build a team again and again and again. Even if you get 2 things right, you don't get the 3rd one right, you will still crumble. It's like having I call this the flywheel effect. You have a wheel. Your wheel must have 3 components that equal size. Okay, so if your size is not equal, you're gonna roll and then pop, then it's flat. Then you have to push again. So you get a bit of momentum a bit, suddenly no momentum again. So this is how your business feels like in your team, then your wheel is not balanced. But if you get a balanced wheel, okay, you start to have momentum. You push one time, they will start rolling. Okay, so that's what I want to share with you. These 3 things is part of what I teach to my team. All right, I used to run the course called Network Marketing Business Mastery to teach people what components need to build a team. And to be surprised, and to your surprise, I'll tell you, a lot of people think, I need a big team to make a lot of money. You don't need a big team to make a lot of money. You need the right team to make the money. All right. So that's what I want to share with you. Yeah.
All right. So let's get right into it. So why not kick us off for the first mistake that you think that a lot of leaders, and including yourself, that you have made in the past?
Can I just get a poll first? How many of you here already have a team? I want you to type T. All right, you have a team already. T for Thomas, okay, or T for team.
T.
How many of you?
T. If you have
how many of you want to have sorry, lagging. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna say one more time because it was lagging a bit. Okay, if you have a team, type T. If you want to have a team that is a high performance team, right, that grows, not just a high performance team, that grows even without you touching them. Okay, type X. Means you don't have it yet, but you want to build one.
I want to type myself as well.
Because it's exponential, right? Because X being exponential, I call it the X factor. Okay, so I'm about to share with you these 3 things that is part of what I teach my team, right? And people who apply this take from, say, 8 to 9 sales a month to have their team doing around 3 times of his sales a month, right? So I've seen some great results from my team with this concept. Okay, so thanks, guys. So some people here have small teams, some people have no teams yet. Okay, it's fine. We start somewhere. Okay, and don't look at somebody who have a huge team and feel jealous about them, because they could be making the mistakes and they are probably really tired. Okay, some of you know some leaders who are working themselves to bones. Okay, like me. So don't get like stressed up, like, oh my God, I got no team. Don't worry, guys. Do it the right way. Okay, all right. So the first thing is this. This is quite obvious, but you see, it's easy to say it, but it's difficult to do it. The first one is recruiting anyone. That's the first mistake. Recruiting anyone is the biggest mistake. Okay, so how my first thing crumbled is because I would take anyone who is interested to make money. All right, but they have a lot of conditions. They set the conditions, not me. You see what happened right now? Because I didn't have a condition, I said anyone, okay? But they have conditions, so I have to adhere to their condition. Now, if you have 10 people with 10 different conditions, tiring, right? You have to keep changing conditions to meet different people, right? So, for example, I have one lady who helped me make, in the first month she joined the business, I made around, I think, closer to 35,000 ringgit in the 40 days I was working with her, right? Good money, right? Good money, right?
Yes.
But the condition is, I will not do any presentation, follow-up, or closing. I will not touch the form also, because people cannot know I'm doing this business. Okay? Right? That's a condition. Right? I can never do it.
Okay.
People know it. There are many other conditions for other people as well, but this is one of them. Okay. So what I've just done is that I have gone in the business partnership. Okay. Remember, every time you recruit somebody, you are in the business partnership, guys. I have just met her condition, but not mine.
Right.
I want you to think about it. If you go into an investment, go into a business, okay, but you are not allowed to have any say in the business from the beginning until the end. In fact, you must always meet their commitment, but you have nothing to meet on your side. Okay, how do you feel about that business partnership? Would it work or not?
Don't think it's so flexible.
Not flexible, right? And not long
Yeah.
term because you're in a partnership together. So now it's lopsided. Now you are circling around the person. You get what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, where you're not you're orbiting around the person. The person becomes the center of importance. Why do people do this? Because they get desperate. They get desperate about, oh, I must build a team. Okay, I must recruit someone, if not or else. All right, and that's really important. So how do you avoid this mistake? Is that you need to know what is the criteria of people that you want to work with. Right, like Henry said, without him, then GG liao. Okay, that is the worst kind of mentality when it comes to recruit people, because you must understand, guys, why should we be adhering to other people's conditions when you have an opportunity to help people make 5 figures, 6 figures, help them quit their job, have the financial freedom, help them build themselves as a person, build their career? Why are they setting the rules when we have something so amazing? Whether it's through real estate, whether it's through whatever business that you're running, whatever opportunities you're giving out, you actually have something amazing. But then you have limited time, you're 24 hours, right? Who should you work with? You got to make a choice. I want you to think about it like this, okay? A great way to avoid this mistake is I want you to think about it. Who is your dream team? Okay, I want you to be able to describe who is this person that you want to work with. Dream team. What kind of person he is? And then think of the characteristics. Okay, now you start to list down your conditions, at least 3 to 5 of them. Don't list a lot, 3 to 5 of them, and then you look in your social circle. Who of them you want to work with? And this you a tip for people, okay, especially your friends, people that know you, ex-colleague and stuff. You go up to them, don't even show them anything to do with what you do, and you tell them, Adrian, I actually really want to work with you. I like our dynamics we used to work before. I like our character. I like our vibe, whatever. I really want to work with you. I'm not sure this will work for us, but can I actually propose that we consider working with each other in a business? So you're not desperate. You're coming from a space that I want to work with you. You're in a business partnership. I'm not sure it'll work for you, but I like to work with you. But you must find out who you're gonna work with first, lah. Okay. But the point is that not anyone. Why was I desperate? Because up until that point, I never recruited anyone. That was my first recruit. I was like, wow, first recruit. But when I left to India to build the business, this teammate of mine blamed me for she quit the business, say that, because Thomas not helping me anymore. But I really helped her make almost 20,000+ ringgit, right? So you see, it will never change one. It will never reach. Some people always think, I'm going to give you one more tip. Some people always think that, okay, if they make enough money, then they will do the business. Rubbish.
Right.
Rubbish. Okay. So I'm gonna hold back a lot of stories, but I want to ask Adrian, have you done this mistake before? Have you recruited? Have you done this mistake before?
Okay, for me, because I rarely recruit people. Okay, It's funny to say that I have a team of like 200 people now, but I rarely recruit people because for me and you is quite opposite, because back then I didn't want to have a team. So I did not want to recruit anyone in the beginning. But somehow some of my friends just asked me about the business, and my leader has someone who wants to join, so that he asked me if I could help. So I just said, okay, let me help. Okay, so I didn't have the desperation of recruiting anyone. But one thing happened in my team back then. So there was a team member of mine. He understands this business. He know that one day he wants to become a leader, so he wants to lead team, and he started recruit people. And he's recruiting anyone. anyone that he knows, he went to, like any seminar he goes to, any people that he know, he always talk about like, hey, we have a real estate business, blah, blah, blah. Like, do you want to join us and do this and that, right? Without me knowing, because he's like one of my team members and he go recruit all the people. And once he brings those people in, right, what happens? I have to lead them. He's expecting me to lead them. Like, okay, I don't mind helping him, but thing is, if he's recruiting anyone, so like you say, I don't have the criteria, I don't know their criteria. Like, I don't know what is their like commitment level. I don't know what is their background. I don't know what is their experience. So I don't know what kind of help can I give them. So I started talking to them and stuff. So, and then I realized one thing. Actually, they came in with a wrong expectation. You know, they came in with the expectation like, oh, real estate is like easy to do. You can make a lot of money, like without knowing that the hard work, you know, and the money that you have to invest into ads and stuff like this. So that was the point I realized. Oh yeah, this business, if really want to like recruit people, right? I mean, I have to have the say lah. So after that, right, I just told my team member, okay, today you guys want to recruit people, please. I have to go through first. Like you have to, because I have the responsibility to help people. Like people trust me to join me, right? So I have the responsibility to help them. But if I can't help them, and it's not because that my capability it's just that it doesn't match the criteria. So yeah, wasted some time there lah. And you know, people join us and then they couldn't make any result. And I feel sad also for not able to help these people because they are just not the right fit for the industry. But yeah, so there was one mistake. I wouldn't say it's a mistake of mine, but yeah, somehow I had the responsibility as well because I didn't make it clear with my team member that how would you want to recruit people. And now I do. Now we set like kind of somehow some criteria. But if those people don't meet the criteria, we're gonna give them the worst case scenario up front. So that they have the mental preparation, like, okay, this is what you got to do, okay, then you come in. So yeah, so that was kind of my side of the story.
That's really cool, man, because that's exactly what we talk about. You know, and on the element, number one is we have to set expectations, but number two,
yes,
important is that we have not to be desperate at the emotional level. If you're desperate, you're going to give up your criteria, your conditions for that. Okay, and
yes,
you know, and that's where we have to regulate our emotions. You know, we are not desperate. Remember, guys, you are giving people an opportunity to make money, opportunity to have a business, opportunity to develop themselves. Okay, all right. So you want to have a partnership. Okay, and I'm just like Adrian. There was one time I flew all the way to Chennai, okay, to try to open the market over there. At that point, the business that was running has no one in Chennai, so it's virgin market. Well, there's some sales here and there, but no leader. So I went down. I did 3 days of 4 days. 4 days I was there, and I did some previews. I met some people. I did some business plan. And on the 4th day, I thought I was going to sign up this group of people. You know, they came inside. They brought like 7 people, sat down, and then they took the cash and showed me the cash. They were going to recruit. They say 2 persons are going to join. All right, but I want you to also sponsor 5 more people. Okay.
Okay.
Back and forth, ask for so many things. No, I want free this, free that, pay me this, pay me that. And I spent already at that point, flying to Chennai, probably close to 15,000 ringgit, flying there, hosting meeting rooms and stuff like that. Okay. And they put down the money to get recruited, you know, and they want me to sponsor more people. It means I have to pay money for them to be recruited. And it go back and forth for half an hour. It's really frustrating. And then suddenly I said, you know what? I took the forms, I took the money, I pushed it back to them. I said, don't take it the wrong way. I love all of you. Okay? Please don't join this business if you're not ready. Because I want to find a leader here. I can work with you to develop the market. Okay? In another smaller city like Hyderabad, they're doing 600, 700 sales a month. That's around 2.4 million, $2 million a month. Okay? This is a bigger city than Hyderabad. Economically better than Hyderabad. So you tell me this market is big or not. You already hear the answer there already. Okay. So you're looking at the wrong person. Why are you looking at me? Why you dabbling around these small things here? I already gave you something and you keep dabbling in this small thing. You should look at the market, the big market. You're not the right person. I need somebody that can run with me in the market. So I walked away. I flew back. I didn't have any recruit. Some people say I'm stupid, but I know how it's like
You know what you want.
I have to keep flying back there, fly again, and fly. And thank God that was in January, right? Before coronavirus. My team would have come because I can't fly back there. So I dodged that bullet lah, you know.
Through that.
Either way, we will develop down to Chennai anyways. I just wanted to get my hands dirty again, you know. But yes, don't be desperate. Don't be desperate. Yeah. Never be desperate.
So I should write this down. Like write this down in the comment section, guys. Don't be desperate and don't recruit everyone. Have your criteria. I think that's actually one of the biggest mistake that a lot of leaders do, because they want people in their team. Like what Thomas said earlier, like in the beginning, having a big team doesn't necessarily mean that you have a efficient team, you know. Because you might not have the right person. You might seem big, like you have a lot of people like in your team, but if they're not performing, then I don't think.
Never be discouraged by looking at other teams. Wow, Adrian team so big. Wow, you know, Ashley's team so big. Wow, you know, never be discouraged by that. Okay, you run your own pace. You start your foundation well, you will eventually go there. Okay, what you don't want to is every time you reach 10, 15, 20 people, then right? Okay, you'll never get there. If you do that, you'll never get there. Okay, all these people, and by the way, what we're talking about, right? You know, what I'm sharing with you, all these three things, is not a secret. Anyone you know who's doing great in this industry, okay, Adrian, Ashley, I've met her before. All these leaders do the same thing, one. Okay, they consciously, unconsciously doing it, one. Okay, they will do it, one. Okay, yeah.
Yes. Now, tell us more. What is the second?
Last scenery, okay. Just imagine this. Okay, ladies,
come.
Okay, ladies are better than guys at this. Okay, ladies. If a guy come to you and say, "Hey, I want to date you," would you say yes all the time? Of course not, right? You have conditions. If you keep saying yes to every man that come up to you, I think jialat lah. Sorry lah. And guys also, right? If you say yes to every girl that walk in front of you, you also jialat, correct or not? All right. So you have to think about it. Okay. You will spend time with these people. What are your conditions?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Conditions. Think about it. I want a dream team. Okay. What are the conditions? And let's say you meet this person. He has 3 out of 5 conditions. Still okay, ma, right? Rather than having 5 conditions only for them but 0 for you. Oh, then you're going to jalat lah. Right?
Yep.
And the guy said, no way. Okay. This is my second point. My second point is this. This one, I made this mistake so badly. The second time it was India. All right, I was doing this so much. I thought I was like, wow, I got a team going. Wow, let me train them. Mentoring, training, coaching uncommitted people. #jalat. Henry. All right. Training, mentoring, or coaching uncommitted people. Okay. I want you to think about this. Okay. You go to the gym. You go to the gym with me. Okay. And then I'm your coach. Okay. But then I'm the one lifting the weight for you. Oh, never mind. I'm in the gym at 8 a.m. in the morning. We make appointment. But you could show up at 8:30. How can you get? By the time you warm up, my 1 hour is finished with you already.
Yes, that's true.
But end of the day, there's always this misconception people always hold, right? That if I make this sale, my upline make money. That's why they feel like you have to do their work, right? That's why they feel less committed. Okay. So what do you mean by this? I'm going around. I'm talking about. Definitely a lot of stories in my head flying around. All right. But a lot of mentors, okay, let me start with this by saying, some leaders always think that, maybe if I train them enough, they attend enough classes, maybe they will do something. Maybe they will become better. Maybe they will do more sales if I keep training them. Okay. But let me ask you a question. Is sales, okay, or is building a business, is it a practical or is it a theoretical skill? I think the answer is quite obvious.
Of course, it's practical.
Practical, right? Okay. So for you to gain competency, okay, because a lot of your team members, I know, okay, There's this virus. It's called the IKEA virus. Now, you know what's IKEA virus? I know everything already. Okay? How many you know people in your group were IKEA virus or type IKEA in the chat?
Hey, this is good one. Everything you want to tell them, you want to teach them, you want to like point out something to them, they say, oh yeah, I know.
I know already, right? Yeah. So the question is not what they know or don't know. Okay? The question is, are they competent? The word is called competent. It's not I know. What is competency? Very simple. Okay? You take the car, and let me come back to the point number 2. Let me go this route and come back to you. Here's the reason why it's important. So bear with me for a moment. Okay.
Right.
In order for you to drive a car, you go theory class, and then you have to drive the car. Make mistakes. Engine mati. Those of you who drive manual, okay? Engine will mati few times, okay? Maybe you langa here a bit, langa there a bit, right? Maybe your car will reverse backward, hit someone's car. You make mistakes, right? But so beginning is you're lousy, right? Even though you know, okay, put the gear 1, release the clutch, press accelerator, right? You know, but you don't have the competency yet, right? What do you mean by a level of competency that is good? Means that they can do without you. They can do the sale without you. They have confidence to make the money without you, okay? Where the P license is finished, they can go outside there and drive as much as they can, right? Now, for you to reach the level of that competency, you need to get your hands dirty, right? For you to reach the level of competency, your hands must get dirty. How do you get dirty? You must be committed to become competent. Okay? If I come and ask Adrian to coach me to drive a car, okay, to mentor me to drive the car, but my commitment is not to drive the car. My commitment is just, get the license, right? Get the real estate license, get real estate, pass the test only, right? Okay? Guess what? After I get my license, Adrian's like, come, let's go for more training. I know how to drive already. I know, right? I don't drive also, right? So the point is like you cannot fix this person's underperformance by training. You need to have a conversation about the person's commitment. So this is where it's somewhat sound confrontational, but it's not. Okay. My mistake I've done in India is that I kept training my team members who were not committed. All right.
But do they still go to your training if they are not committed?
Sometimes they drag themselves to the training. No?
They
go
show
for training. Yeah, they show some of them attending training, right? But never take action because they're afraid of failure. Right? So committed to who? The question, the key question is this. You want a person to be committed to what? Committed to Adrian? Committed to you? Committed to your company? Committed to IQI? Committed to what? That's a question you need to ask.
They must be committed to. For me, I would say that it's committed to themselves,
100%. Right. You see, all leaders, right? They all know the right. They all have the same. We consciously, unconsciously do the right thing. You want to find people who are committed to themselves. You are recruiting entrepreneurs. Yes. Entrepreneurs. Yes. Okay, they have to. Chinese say 自己執手啊. Cantonese we say, all right. Okay, must be responsible. Must be responsible people. So they must be committed to their own success. If they are not committed to their success, you can throw whatever you want at them. They will never learn, right? So commitment is like the key to unlock people's growth. Okay? If they're not committed, they won't come to the gym. They don't come to the gym, they won't do the work, they won't grow. Okay? You can have the best training system, you can join Adrian's team, he can all the system teach you how to do Facebook ads, marketing, closing, everything. But if you don't show up in the gym, you will never get to a level of competency.
That's right. Yeah.
So this is super important. Yeah. So it's the currency. So how do you know if someone's committed? Now this is a quick trick question. Everyone's like, Adrian, I'm committed, man. Right? You ask everybody, ask the team members, hey, who are you? I'm committed. Everyone say, yeah, committed. Everyone say I'm committed, right?
I'll say usually the way that I throughout my experience in leading a team not too long, 3 years, right? I've seen that to find out if someone is committed, right? Judge from their action. 100%. I think most of the time it's from their action.
See, all the leaders do the right thing, the same thing, all right. our job is commission based. If we get the commitment, okay. Actually, I'm going to give you a secret in coaching. Spend a lot of money learning how to coach and train. Yeah. I'm going to share something really cool. Everybody is committed. One. Here's the secret. Everybody is committed, but the question is, what are they committed to? Are they committed to not failing? Committed to play small? Committed to not lose their face? So they're committed to that. Means they're committed to that. No? So when their commitment is like, okay, imagine this, my commitment is to not fail. So Adrian says, okay, for you to succeed, you must do at least 5 different ads and then you must adjust, right? Oh, Mati, man, I have to fail 5 times, and then no guarantee for success some more, So because they're committed to this, when they listen to Adrian, they get scared, right? But if I am committed to success, right? You do whatever it takes, right? 100 ads, never mind. Just keep going, right? So your commitment changes how you see the world. So everyone is committed, actually. Your team members are committed. What they're committed to. So your question is, sometimes you have to sit down with them and talk about their commitments.
Right.
Not confrontational. Maybe you need to be confrontational. I don't know. Okay. But Adrian's right. You need to see the action, never listen to the words. So I'm going to give you 3 simple things. Okay. 3 simple criteria to see if somebody is committed or not. Okay. And this I learned from Eric Worre, who is the granddaddy of network marketing. All right. So I have to quote him. The first thing is the person must be willing. Okay. Hello? Am I lagging? Ooh. I hope I'm not.
Am I back?
I'm back. Yes. Okay.
It's my problem.
Yeah. Okay, I thought my own problem. Okay. So the first one is willing. Okay. So how do you see willingness in people? Is their action. Very straightforward. Okay. So would they, when you ask them to do something, will they do it? Say, okay, I want you to show up for this meeting. Will you do it? Okay, do it. I want you to call 5 prospects. The willingness is shown by their action. Okay.
Yes. True that. Right. Yeah.
The second criteria you're looking for is hungry. Okay. So you want to choose who to work with, you look for these 3 criteria. Okay. Right. Second one is hungry. Hungry people will not only do what you ask them to do, they will do extra. You say call 5, they call 10. Okay.
Exactly.
You look for these people. Okay. The hungry one. Okay. Hungry does not always mean they have no money in their pocket. Maybe they have a commitment. Maybe they're really making good money, but they want to have money in a certain way, right? Maybe they want to become a leader in real estate, for example, right? Hungry. But notice this, no one can put hunger in their stomach except themselves, not you. They only can put the hunger in their stomach. So don't motivate. There's no such thing as motivating your team. A lot of people call me a motivational speaker. I don't believe in motivation, right? I've been hired by companies to speak for motivation. I don't believe in motivation. Because when I go there, I tell them, I'm not going to motivate your team. Everyone already has an internally built system to motivate ourselves with it. Yes. The third one is this. Okay, so how do you detect willingness? You see their action. Ask them to do something, will they do? Second is hungry. Do they do more than what you ask for? I remember so vividly when I started doing the business, I asked the sponsors to give me the DVDs. That time was CDs and DVDs. And I want to watch the person doing the presentation and the business OPP. I watch that every day, at least 4 times. One presentation is an hour. I watch it again. All right. He said, watch one time. I watch it every day for 1 month.
Because you're hungry.
I'm hungry. I got to make this work. It better work for me. Okay. The third one is this: coachable.
Coachable. Wow.
Coachable. Okay.
Yes, I think that one. This point is very important.
Yeah. The question of coachable is this. Okay. Some people look coachable. Of course, my tell them, hey, Adrian, you want to learn the secret to success? Adrian will say, yes, I want to, right? Again, never listen to what they say, okay? In my many years of building team, okay, especially I went to India, a lot of people promised me a lot of things. I look for action. So when they come to you to seek coaching. They are hungry enough to go out of their way to look for you, look for other people for, not just you, they will go outside. Do they read books? Right? Do they attend courses? Do they actively partake in that? Again, it's not what they say. Do they do it? Now, there's a very thin line. Some of the team members always ask you questions. I want you to be careful with this. Are they asking you questions to make their life easier, or they're asking questions to grow? Okay.
Wow.
If you're an athlete, you want to perform better in gym, you're not going to ask your coach to make it easier for you, right? You're going to ask the coach to say, how can I get more performance? Correct or not? Right. So be very careful. If they can ask you to make my life easy, that is an uncommitted person. But if the person keep asking you a question so they can perform better, that's the coachable attitude.
Right. Actually, this point actually enlightened me. Like, people ask me questions every day. Now that I have a better perspective to see, okay, is this question gonna make their life easier, or gonna make them grow?
Yeah.
And now I think I can answer that better.
Ask questions to make life easier, but are they asking every time? Or are they asking it once or twice? Or they're asking, you know what I mean, right?
Yes. Yeah, I get it. Just
So when you are coachable, you want to be stretched, you want to grow. Okay, so you want to challenge yourself, right? So the first one is willing, take action. Okay, level 1, got commitment already. All right. Number 2, they're doing more than what you ask them to do. Okay. Third one, they're asking you questions. They're seeking books. They're seeking training. They're going outside. They're paying for their training. They're finding ways to grow themselves. You see, trainings are important, but how your attitude towards training is far more important. Okay. And I only thought about it when I was in 2017, when I started letting go of the business in India. My business still grows without me, so it's growing passively without me. I work sometimes 2 hours a week. I work 0 hours a week. I work 70 hours a week. I work as much as I want to. My business will grow, right? And I'm saying this with a lot of humility because I made all these mistakes before. And I didn't realize that I was only 20 plus years old, 26, 27 years old when I was building that team, because it never occurred to my mind. But the reason why I think I have an edge above everyone else is because I was very hungry, but also very coachable. Okay, when learning how to speak, when learning how to coach, all right, I spend most time on the stage talking, getting critiqued by my mentor. I go on every time my mentor say, "Hey, who wants to go on stage and share?" I'm always the first one. Share and talk and speak and speak. Critique. I'm chasing after my mentor to coach me, right? So that's the reason why I feel that even though at my age, and I'm not saying as a bragging, right? But I get so much more feedback. I get so much more growth and discomfort because I'm chasing for the discomfort. And this one, you cannot make your team members like this, right? You can suggest to them, you can give them the idea that this is the level of commitment you need to play with. They have to make the choice, not you. Okay? And try not, you get what I mean, right? It's not you. You can never fix that. It must be coming from your team members.
Right. Yeah. So commitment, I think this is the part where a lot of people didn't really see it, because like you said in the beginning, they thought that I just keep giving them training and stuff and then they will somehow do something. But you're not committed, right? Whatever theory or knowledge you shove into their brain, they are not using it and they won't see result. So actually, whenever like my team member, right, especially new joint team member, I always tell them this is the minimum amount of action that you gotta do, the videos you gotta watch, right? The amount of phone number you gotta call, do it first. Only after they do all this action, I'll take them to the next training. If they haven't done that, they tell me no result, I'll ask them very simple one question: how many numbers have you called? And they told me 20. I said, oh, okay, then do another 80 because I want 100 before I can tell you anything, right? So that's like a benchmark, ma. And by the way, if they really do 100, means they're committed, ma. Then only I'm like you said, then only I'm willing to spend my time with them. Or else, for me, it's like if you're not committed, then no point for me to do that, because I don't want to make the mistake that I have done in the past, where last time my team was small, ma. And when those people came in, right, when my one of my leaders get those people in, okay lah, my heart is they come in already, so I want to help them, But like I said, they had the wrong expectation. So when I give you lead, I give you like this phone number, I teach you how to call, how to present, but they're not doing it. So I have to always check in with them, not they check in with me. hey, so how's the calling? I said, oh, I busy. I call 10. Tomorrow I call again. Like, I didn't know how I didn't know that is actually a mistake but now I know.
Yeah, well, we all made that mistake before. But the point is that I hope that our stories help you identify these actions, or when you're growing your team, you know to identify these kind of things. And that's, again, it comes back to number one, you shouldn't be desperate for your team. Okay.
There's a question here. For those who are not committed, is it better to release them? Okay, let me answer that.
Interesting.
For me, right, I wouldn't just release them. I will still keep them in my team. It's just that I probably wouldn't give them as much attention until they are committed. How do we know they are committed? Through the action that they do. The three things that Thomas shared earlier. I wouldn't just, because they trusted me, they come in, right? So I wouldn't just, just release them. I'll just tell them, okay, this is what you gotta do it first, then you come find me. And if they don't do that kind of action, right, usually they don't find me anymore, and it's just there. Then I keep them around because somehow, which is other topic the environment can activate them sometimes, because when they're inside the environment, someone else closing sales, some newbie just join close sales, somehow they will say, hey, maybe I should look at this thing differently. So I keep them around.
So when I don't say the word like you kick them out, I agree with you. You don't kick them out. You just choose who you spend time with. That's it, right? As a leader, your time is your most important asset. Okay. So you don't want to be leading people who will drag you into their excuses. You get what I mean, right? Okay. You know this. They have so many excuses. They will draw you inside there. Okay. Or they try to make it work, right? They try to make it work. Okay. So yeah, keep them around. And I'll give you one last tip for people who are uncommitted. The cure to commitment is, right, you cannot make them change their commitment, right? People say, how do I make them committed? You cannot. Okay, so how do you deal with this kind of people? Okay, I'll give you a more specific thing. Okay, how many of you are interested to find out what is the secret to actually change uncommitted people to committed?
Right.
Okay, type number 4 on the chat if you want to know. Type 4.
4. When 4.
Okay.
Right. So, what is it?
So a lot of people, this is something I really learned from other network marketing groups. Okay. You take these people into events that is not yours. There's other people's events. You see, people, why do you do this? Because you wanted to change their perspective. You're giving them an opportunity to change their perspective. Okay. So, for example, when you're listening to someone else who's younger, joining, first month, makes so much money, their perspective suddenly changed. Hey, maybe I can do, right? So my perspective is changed. Perspective is everything. Yeah. Sometimes we get so caught up with my I have this thing happen to me in my life, for example. You're looking at this one thing. Perspective is taking a step back and say, hey, actually life okay, all right? So perspective is zooming out. It's a zoom out process. So how do you zoom out? Let them see other people's stories. Okay. Let them see other people speaking. Maybe it's not you. But what you shouldn't be doing is going there and try to motivate them. Hey, Adrian, you can make a lot of money, man. This new project come out where like stop wasting your time doing it. Right? And it makes you desperate. It makes you so drained. How many of you feel drained before talking to your people? Right? Just ask them, come to this event. Take a look. Right? Awards gala, dinner, bring them along. Even though they haven't made one sale, bring them along. Ask them to pay the ticket, watch with you. Because when they go there, they get to meet other people. Maybe they are just like them. Some go on stage say, actually, Adrian recruited me in 12 months. Maybe it's 100 million ringgit earner. Then he say, but then after 12 months, I see this person join 6 months. This auntie can make so much money. I say, hey, jalan. I can also do, right? So I changed, right? And then he say, hey, I'm just like you. 12 months, I did nothing. I'm not a failure. I just never decided I want to go full on this. Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Up to you. It's perspective. Perspective. Okay. Yeah. So change people's perspective using events, using other people's stories. Let people watch the story, watch the movie. Let them zoom out. And sometimes it does not even come from an event. It maybe come from a movie. You know this movie? that I always ask my members to watch.
Which one?
The Will Smith one. What's happiness?
The Pursuit of Happiness.
The happiness.
Oh, love that, man. Love that. I think I
And
watched that.
sometimes a movie can change people's perspective. You think you have a horrible life, you watch this guy. Right?
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
So stories change people. Okay. Movies change people. Okay. People like to watch movie on Netflix. Fine. Watch Netflix. Watch something good.
Something that can actually help you.
Correct. And for people, especially give me a secret. Those people who are parents, okay, have children, ask them to watch this movie. Change their life.
The Pursuit of Happiness. Let me put it here. Right.
By Will Smith.
Happiness. There we go.
Happiness. It's a true story.
The happiness is Y one. I didn't make a mistake. It's Y. They spell it in using the Y. Yeah.
It's an epic movie, and I recommend each and every one of you to watch. And those of you who think that by doing sales I cannot build my wealth, you listen to this story.
Especially for all of us who are in sales, man, this is like the baseline, man. You gotta, you know, one time, Thomas, I went to NAC also just to see the actual guy, the what, Chris Gardner.
Yeah, Chris Gardner.
Yeah, he was there. You know, he came to Malaysia and he gave a speech. Like the real guy, not Will Smith, but the guy. And, quite inspiring.
Yeah. So events like NAC, take your team along. I saw Adrian went with some of his team members.
Oh, I brought 10 of them.
10 of them, right? Yeah. You know, you must understand you are not the person that may change their perspective. Someone else would be, not you. Leverage on other leaders, join events. Maybe Ashley sharing may trigger someone to say, hey, I can do it. You know? So these are the ways to do it. So for those people who are not committed, they are flowing out of your, you know, of your thing. Run one. Let's say you got an event, you got to sell the event. You do one meeting and you sell the event. Guys, you got to sell to your people. You have to make sure they come out. You have to sell the actual event. Ask them to go for the event. Now they're in the event, let the event do its work. Done. Finish. So in fact, the event I run, for example, I still run events. So tomorrow I'm running an event with my team. Wow. So that's all I do once a month. Finish. Right. So anyways, I hope that gives you a clear idea. Okay. Right. So the willingness is taking action. Hungry is the doing extra, and coachable, they're chasing after you to get knowledge.
Right. This time, guys, put it in the comment section. The three things.
So everything is observable one. Everything can be watched. Okay. And then the important part is that we talk about people. The question: people who are not stepping up, what do they do? Do they release them? Keep them in a circle? Sell them to events. Take them to events. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Great.
Right. Let's move on to the third one.
All right. Third one is very easy. Adrian really did it. Really is not setting clear expectation. You got to set expectation with your team members. Okay. Now, what people try to do is because when you are desperate, this is worse, right? Always happen to people who are desperate. You want to say, "Oh, it's going to be easy. Don't worry. Our product very easy to sell one. Okay. Our property, very easy to get loan one. Whatever junk you say lah. All right. Wow, this is a hot selling property. You just help people buy one. You make it easy for people. Okay. What you're going to get is uncommitted people. You see how all these three things are linked together one.
Yes.
Right.
That's why one also cannot do some.
Yeah. Right. Not selling clear expectations. Okay. So I remember every time I run an event for recruitment. When I finish the event, because I'm in India at the time, and I speak on stage for 8 hours or 9 hours and really tired. Right? So I tell them, okay, for those of you who sign up, pay already or not pay, take the form. Okay, you come to my room. So we'll go to my suite room and then we sit down there. And then I'm really tired. So my tongue become very loose. I'm tired. Then I drink one wine or drink one beer. And then I'll tell them okay, 3 things I want you to know. Okay, first thing, okay, you're going to take time. For those of you who've been in, you can say you've been in this job, that job, and this, that. It's going to take time for you to actually become better. Okay? It's going to take time. I thought I can train. I thought I can talk very well. I upsell in the front desk before when I was in reception. But then when I started doing this business, different story. So I don't care what experience you have. You got to be able to learn. Okay? And I expect you okay, to give yourself a time, at least 3 months before you start making money in this business. Yeah, 3 months. I say, well, if you get faster than 3 months, good for you lah. But for me, it took me more than 3 months. Okay, you got to master some skills. So I expect you to learn, and I expect you to spend almost 2 times more of the time you spend doing the business, 2 times more in learning. Okay. Of course, I said that standard that high, everyone does 1-to-1 or less, right? Doesn't matter, right? But I tell them that, are you okay with this? Are you okay with learning? Are you okay? If they're not okay, I know then this is not the right person, really, right? Expectations very upfront already. Okay. Those of you are confident you can make money in the first month, good for you. I'm so happy. But I'm going to tell you on the average basis, 3 months. No one is okay. I understand. Maybe just be a user. Don't sign up for the business, right? Second thing is, okay, let's look at willingness, Okay, so I'm coming back next month. I want to run another event, okay? Because I fly back and forth, How many people are you going to bring in this event? Straight away, it means, wow, so Thomas, they just sign up only there. Why are you going to push them so hard? But it's for their sake, right? Are you okay? I mean, the money is on the table. Why you ask them to wait? Wait for what? Right? Money's on the table, right? So you tell them, hey, I'm coming to do this event. How many people are going to put inside the room? Okay, 50, 100. Now you start to see already. You can see who is the committed people already. The one who, okay. So what I'm doing that, I'm actually setting expectations for them, but I'm also setting expectation for myself. Who am I going to work with? And then see who will call me to get for coaching, this and that, right? Okay. Or who they're going to talk to the leaders. Did they call you to get help, to get coaching, mentoring, or they're expecting you to do the work? I'm actually checking. I'm checking. So not just myself, my team members as well. Oh, that's the second thing. But the first thing, that's the third thing now. The first thing I will do is I will tell them upfront, this is your business. Okay. I will not guarantee you success. Okay. Part of the path of entrepreneurship is you can have a lot of success, but you can also fail. But it's your business, it's not mine. Okay. So don't expect me to run your business. Expect me to be your partner in your business. I make a very straightforward comment. Okay. You cannot, if you think that I had to run your business, I'm sorry, this is not the business for you, right? And the second one is learning. Must spend more time learning than doing the business. Third one is 3 months, right? 3 months. Third one is how many are going to put inside. Now we start to see the hungry ones show up.
Yep.
Okay. Then the hungry ones will, the event come up next month, they will load the room full of people. We say 10 people, I bring 20 people. I bring 50 people. Right? Now you start to see already. So it all comes together. I set very clear expectations. Okay. Now it's not that I condone people who do less. Okay. Sometimes people have different commitment in life. They make their choices. And this is something to help all of you feel better about yourself. Okay. Everybody make choices in life. You commit to this level, someone commit here. Don't make them feel bad. They committed at that level for their own chosen choice. Okay. Respect that. Love them for that. Okay. But you play at this level, you want people in this level. That's it.
Exactly.
Everyone make a choice. Don't make them feel bad for choosing that level. Okay. Sometimes people make you feel bad for being highly committed. Right. But why would you, if you make this person look bad, imagine this is you, right? This is you down here. And this person make you feel bad for this commitment. Why would you want to talk to this guy?
Yep.
So you just killed yourself for having a chance for transformation. So never kill people off, never cut them off and make them feel bad for their commitment level. Just understand, sometimes they make you feel bad for being too committed. Oh, Adrian, no life, this and that, right? Right? But why should we do the same thing to them? Keep the doors open, love and respect them. When you have love and respect, they trust you, they can open up to you. Maybe you have a chance to change the perspective. Okay?
Usually, this is what I do usually. Like, whenever anyone who wants to join my team, I always ask them this question, right? How much do you want to make a month? I just ask this question. Just give me arbitrary number, any number. Like they would say like 10K, 20K, 50K. Some even told me 50K a month. I say, good. Okay. So do you know how much effort does it need to make that X amount of commission? Then I ask them. They say, I don't know. Can you tell me? I say, sure. Then I reverse calculate for them. Like to make this X amount of commission, this is the Y amount of property you gotta sell. So you want to sell this many property, this is the amount of people you gotta invite to the showroom, right? Then if you want to invite this Z amount of people to the showroom, how many numbers do you need to call? Right? How many people do you need to like text or contact in order to invite them to the showroom? And once I lay out all the numbers, right, I ask them this question: can you commit to this amount of phone call in 1 month if you want to make this X amount of money? And I wait. They say, can, I think can. Okay. Then this is what you say. I didn't force you to do it. You said you want to make this kind of money, and this is the action you got to take. So I give them the expectation first. So today, after when you come into this industry, and then you stop, you didn't make the amount that you want, then you can't complain to me, Adrian, you didn't teach me well. And I will just ask them the very simple question: did you do whatever you committed in the beginning? I give them the right expectation first. And when sometimes I even paint the worst case scenario, right? Like I give them the lowest amount of percentages, like probably you invited 20 people, you close 1 case only. Probably. I give them the very worst case scenario, and I ask them, can you still accept this? And then they say, yes, I can do it. Okay, then good. Some will never call me afterwards. After I tell them this, they don't contact me anymore, which I understand now because they scared already, Then which is good because they're not the committed one. I don't need them in my team. But if they are okay with all this kind of scare, I know they can be going somewhere when I give them this. So this is something that I do every single time. I never give them a paradise picture. I give them the worst case scenario because we never know what will happen, right? Like you, Thomas, you say 3 months, I ask them, do you have 3 months survival fund? Because you might not be able to make any sales for the first 2 months, 3 months. Right? If you don't have that 3 months survival fund, then later on, you tell me I have to go do a part-time job because I don't have money to survive. Then again, back to the commitment level. If you have a part-time job, I'm not saying that part-time cannot but can you still commit to this or not? Then if you give me excuse saying that you gotta do part-time job so you cannot make this amount of call, then I don't think there's any way that we can work out if you want this amount of money, unless you lower the amount of money that you want to make. Then probably you have the right expectation. Okay, you don't want to make 10K, you want to make 5K, good. Then you have lesser action, which I understand right? Yeah. But you gotta understand, if you want to make that much money, you gotta do this much work. So
and it's okay for someone to say, I cannot reach that number, but I'm willing to learn. Okay, what? Right?
I'm okay. As long as you say the number, not me. I'm not setting that target for you. You set the number.
Yeah.
And then you tell me you want to achieve it.
Correct.
That's how I always tell my filter my interview.
And the key of holding all of this together is because you're running a business, your own business, responsibility. That's it. So are they responsible for their own goals? What Adrian, I want to set this straight. Some viewers are probably thinking wow, Adrian and Thomas is so brutal, Well, I'm telling you the truth, right? All the leaders I know, they somewhat do this one, okay? Because they understand that the game we are in is entrepreneurship, means you take care of your own business. I am your coach, but I do not lift the weights for you, right? And I tell you, I'm so blessed to have such a good coach and mentor, even in my own business. I remember doing one presentation, okay? I was speaking live. One of the person in a presentation asked me to go and drink my own urine. Okay.
What?
Yeah. Okay. I got scolded by someone in the audience. My mentor sit in the back of the room. He said 0, nothing. He watched me get bashed by this person.
Wow.
And then because he said, this is a defining point for me. Will I succeed or will I continue or not? Right? And I'm so happy he didn't step in. Because that was the moment that really shaped my conviction in this business. That night I wanted to quit. I really wanted to quit so badly. Right? I thought, stupid upline, never take care of me, this and that, all this and that. Right? But then I realized this is my business. If I quit, who suffers? I suffer, not him. Exactly. So when you start blaming, shaming other people and say other people make money and this and that, you're giving away your power, guys. So being responsible. And to enact responsibility for somebody is a gift. It's a gift for your team members to teach them how to be responsible. Okay? Because this does not only show up only in their real estate business with you or whatever business you're doing. It will show up in other areas of life as well. So you're helping somebody actually. All right? So I hope that gives sense. But basically, setting clear expectations means, again, some of you may think it's like a make you sound like a very like badass and this and that, brutal. But end of the day, guys, sometimes you want the best coach in the world. The best coach in the world set very high expectations, right? Because the coach believe in the person. Do you believe in the power of someone being able to change their life, someone being able to commit more than they can do? If you believe in that, set the expectation not from the space of protecting yourself, but because you know the person in front of you can be a much better person.
Yes.
They came to you to lift their life higher, so hold them at that standard. All right. So hold them at that standard. Set the expectation not because you are a brutal person. Set the expectation because you believe in them, in their potential. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So before we end today, it's almost 9. We gotta go.
You gotta go.
Right. Just do a very quick recap. Like these 3 biggest mistakes that a lot of leaders make that will destroy the team. Right. First of all, is recruit anybody. Right. So to add on to whatever Thomas said, your time is your biggest asset as a leader. So you gotta be really, really like careful of who you recruit. Right. So don't recruit everybody means what? So you only want those people who are committed. So the second, which leads us to the second point, right, is when you get people to join your team, you're gonna make sure that you only mentor those who are committed. How do you judge whether they are committed? How do you know whether they are committed? Right? 3 things: from their willingness, okay, whether they take action or not; from their hunger, whether they take more action than you told them to, right? And lastly, coachable. Are they willing to ask questions to improve themselves? Are they willing to take in whatever advice they give them, or are they just blocking like all the advice they will give them? Right? Some people is like that one, they have the IKEA problem. I know everything already. So sometimes when they have this kind of issue, right, they are not coachable, then it's very hard to learn and transform. Some people learn differently. Like they don't want your advice. They want to learn it from books and video. Never mind, let them. But gotta be coachable in a way lah. Not coachable from me, never mind. Coachable from other people. Okay, fine. And lastly, also we have to set really clear expectation with the team member so that we know how to help them and what is the benchmark that they are at lah. So that way your team will be stronger and you can make your team stay with you, which I think this is very important. Like a lot of people can recruit a lot of people, a lot of leaders, they get people to join, but within 1 or 2 years, the team members left because they don't see any of this thing in the team, and they themselves can't grow. So in a way, I feel once you avoid these 3 mistakes, your team will be much better. Right? So guys, do you guys learn something? If you learn something, can you just write down just one point that you remember from the whole conversation that we have for the past 1 hour? Put it in the comment section right now. I'll give you 30 seconds, write it down, because I really want to know what resonates with the most, so we can talk about that more. Right. So before we end, Thomas, got any more story to talk about?
No, I don't have much stories to talk about, but I think you have to eventually become a great coach. I'll share a quick story, which is this. The Green Bay Packers. If you look at this gentleman, there's a team in US called the Green Bay Packers, right? And this coach took this team from a rubbish team. Rubbish means that not say rubbish lah. Sorry, that's the word. Not really poor performing team. And he took this team and won streaks, like Manchester United. Okay, someone is Manchester fan, but they win like back to back, right? The cup, football, okay, American football. So his name is Mr. Lombardi. He did it so well. The cup is named under his name. Okay. He's and people say that he's a badass. But let me tell you the truth. He came down one day. Let me tell you a quick story. He sat down on the first day. All right. The best quarterback, the star of the team, the quarterback, came in late. He fired that person straight away.
Wow.
He fired that person.
Wow.
Because he knew the concept of building the right team, commitment. Yes. Right? He's committed to himself, not committed to the team's success. They need everyone to be committed to team success, right? So he knew what kind of attitude he needed to have in the team. That's why he could build a team to this kind of success. Sir Alex Ferguson, for those of you who know Manchester United, I know some of you are not fans of Manchester United. He's the only person next to Arsene Wenger can take a bunch of new fresh blood, no star, not even a star, and can win championships back to back because they know how to coach a team. They know how to set high expectations. You know, to find the right people. They go to arm's length they will go beyond they go and find the right person inside their team. Okay, if you want to build a team that will grow huge, you need to be able to upgrade yourself to become a better coach. Okay, but more importantly is, what are you committed to? Just like what they are committed to. Are you committed to people's success? Are you committed to people's growth? Are you committed to people's going into the magical zone? If you believe in that, you have to stand there and ask them to come to you, come to that space with you. Believe that even though they have to wake up, climb down, crash, injure themselves, but you believe they can do it, that's the most important thing, right? So, you know, all these great coaches in the world, and just like your real estate business, you're building your team, you have to think like Vince Lombardi. Think like Sir Alex Ferguson. Be a great coach. Yeah, that's my story, like quick story in the end. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. And if you want more content like this, you can let Adrian know. We can run more contents like this as well. Okay?
Yeah, of course. We have another one coming next. I think next Tuesday. I think we can do another live again.
Yeah.
Yes, crossover. And I think you guys really like his content. So that's why I received feedback from the previous video about the car, you know. Yeah, a lot of people saying that they really enjoy your content, Thomas. Thank you so much for sharing with us. And by the way, you guys, if you haven't subscribed to Thomas' YouTube channel, I've pinned it here. Okay, so you can go to YouTube and search Thomas Yap, and then you can subscribe to his channel because he's building his channel and he needs more people to support him. He do a lot of content about car and finance and stuff.
I'm a part-time car journalist, but full-hearted. But I've committed to start putting more non-car content as well, more business, finance, sales. You know, more the kind of content for the up and coming hustlers, all right? You guys. Okay, so that's coming up in the future, right?
So yep. Okay, great. Then I think for those of you who really find value in this video today, be sure to share this with your friend. Copy this video's link and send it to them so that through you we can help more people. Okay, so thank you guys. We're gonna go. See you. Bye bye.
Love you guys. Give it 100%, guys. Love you guys. Bye.